Hey, Monarch from the future here. Yeah, fun fact about this. I tried to go ahead and do a live react for the first episode. The problem was, I guess I was kind of stupid, and it ended up getting, like, copywritten before, like, it even got uploaded, because I guess I got bots going around checking for that shit, apparently. So, next week, or within, like, the next couple of days leading up to this coming weekend, whenever the hell you're watching this, or whatever, next upcoming like week for like the next upcoming episode, I am definitely going to be trying to go ahead and do that live react. I was stupid in what I was trying to do the first time because I fucked up, but this upcoming one, I am definitely getting the live react for episode 2. It's happening. I'm making it happen because I want to go ahead and try for that kind of format right now. So for now, enjoy this review in the normal format. Next week, definitely going for the live react. Until then, enjoy, guys. Yo, what's good with you guys? It is your man's Monarch, bro, ladies, gentlemen, and that technicolor rainbow in between. We finally got the big premiere of RWBY Volume 8. Now that it's here, we got to enjoy that great first episode, but was it great? Was it great in the sense of good? Was it, great in great bit of bullshit? Well, let's talk about it. In the fact of, first, episode starts off, it's a little bit after the events of the ending of Volume 7. However, we're starting off with a flashback of a girl, kind of scrubbing at the floor shit, and we flash back to the future, and we think it's kind of Cinder. We're actually going to be getting, a bit more of Cinder flashback, possibly getting that origin story. Even though, it's long overdue for that shit. It's kind of like that same feeling for Weiss's mother, and the fact of that should have been brought out a lot sooner. But hey, you know what? Better late than never. At least we're getting it. Fuck it. So we're getting Cinder and Neo, flying up, heading over to Salem's area, and we get to Dark Gigantamax Wailord. And guys, it's not enough that Salem had to make a whole giant ass, Grim Whale. She had to make a whole giant ass Grim Whale complete with parking. Bro, no, like, she didn't just stop there, bro. She couldn't just have a giant whale grip. She had to pimp that shit out first. Like, no, like, anyone can get a giant monster. But I got a giant monster with swag. I got the parking. I got, like, the throne room, my boy. I got all that good shit. I probably got bedrooms in this bitch, too. Like, you never know. I want to get, like, the entire interior of that shit now. Like, I want to go through, like, a whole tour. Like, if Salem had a YouTube channel, like, she could literally post that shit, like, Dark Gigantamax Wailord Studio Tour. She got the throne room. That sweet setup in there. Bro, she hooked that whale up on the inside. That's crazy. So we get Cinder and Neo heading on inside. You have to have Cinder bow to Salem like the bottom bitch she is, that she's about to get sunned. And, Salem, greets her in, and she's like, oh, I see you back. But I'm pretty sure after all the shit you've been through, I'm pretty sure you're not about to pop up in here empty-handed. And you know what? She's not. Because she whips out the Relic of Knowledge. She pops out with the lamp. And she says, oh, you know what, man? I stole this right under their noses. And Neo kind of has that look of like, you stole? Hold on, my boy. No, that was me. I went in there and finessed Team Junior. What you talking about? And we kind of get this introduction for Neo to Salem and Salem to Neo, which is kind of weird because I always thought like Salem kind of already knew about Neo, but I guess not. So we get this introduction, and Cinder kind of introduces Neo to Salem like an asset. Now, to me, and everyone else probably, I don't see that as bad. I really don't. But for whatever reason, when Cinder introduces Neo to Salem as an asset, Neo's kind of just like weirded out, like, what? Just an asset? I ain't your partner in crime. I'm not your nigga. I'm just that asset. Really? Which is very weird to me, given the fact of like, bro, why do you care? Why does it matter? Like, your whole shtick was just like, okay, we team it up. I kind of want to also just like fold RWBY, but we team it up for a bit. So like for the greater evil, because we know we getting in on that shit a bit later. Now, we also get the reintroduction of 3 other characters, being that of Mercury, Emerald, and Hazel. 2 of these are great reintroductions. 2 of them, at least, because we get to see him with a new drip, right? And I'm seeing Mercury's new drip. You know, he's decked out, got the swag, got the full-out new jacket, new threads, all that good shit. And we see, like, Emerald with the mid-drift, that new fucking hoodie top. Yeah! And it just, we see Hazel after that. Nah, I'm pretty sure a lot of you could agree with me when all you saw Hazel, bro, they did my man's dirty. They did him dirty. I don't know why they had to do it to him. Like, if that's the best you could have thought of to give Hazel a new drip, you should have just left him alone. Like, honestly. Like, you may as well have taken what he had, because I think, like, it was like a random ass like short sleeve shirt. You should have just made that a long sleeve variant and just left it at that, because like, you doing this? Hell no. That's disrespectful, man. That's honestly disrespect at the highest degree. Just damn. So we kind of get this little back and forth between the villains, and it's kind of brought up in the fact of just like, oh, Cinder may not fully care for, you know, Emerald, which it was kind of obvious. It was like, Cinder just doesn't give a fuck. Like, the only thing she understands is the power. That's it. Like, Emerald should have known that going in day 1. And then it's funny, like, when Tyrion brings that up, we get a shot back to Tyrion, because it gets brought up in the fact of like, bro, Tyrion, I know you're talking that good shit, but didn't your ass get folded by Crow, Robin, and Clover? Like, I don't know why you talking. You got your ass beat. Lay your ass down. At least I went in and folded somebody. Like, I beat the holy hell out of Winter. Like, don't even try to give me your shit, boy. Don't even. And it gets brought with the fact of like, hey, you know, Cinder, you may have thrown the hands, but you didn't get the maiden powers. And in the fact of that, you know, Cinder gets up and it's like, bro, give me a round 2. I'll go back over there. It won't even be long. I will get the maiden powers. And this is the very, very moment. This legendary moment, my guy. Just follow me with this shit. Like, you understand? It's the fact of, this is the very moment in which Salem tells Cinder, like, bro, you may be more valuable to me than a pawn, but that don't make your ass a player. You ain't even on my tier yet, alright? You below me still. And at that point, it's that moment where Cinder bows her head. And just like the thumbnail in my last react video when I was reacting to the trailer, this is the moment where Cinder got sunned. It was over at that moment. The moment she bowed her head is like, nope. This is a moment where you are certified bottom bitch. She just sunned your ass. It's done. Don't even try to talk to anyone after that. Your ass just got sunned. It's done. Now, we're taking it over to the good side, the heroes. And we get a glimpse of like what's going on with the people and shit, where we see like everyone's over at this space, you know, a couple probably abandoned buildings, everyone's kind of set up camp, and we see Oscar again, like after freshly landing, after that whole shit with Ironwood, and then on the way down, having the full out return of Ozpin, and having that badass moment where just like, Oz just like breaks through the fucking vault, falling all the way back down to Mantle and shit. Well, you know, we have the aftermath of this. Like, Oscar / Ozpin is just chilling there. You know, we catch a little bit of soup with, you know, the people of Mantle. You know, they're out there camping and shit. And, you know, we get this moment where a ship flies over. And who else? None other than RWBY pops out. It's like, hey, need a lift, bro? They get up there and it's like, first of all, though, I gotta know, like, how do they know where to find Oscar? Like, thinking about that now, it's just, how did they know exactly where this dude was? Unless they were honestly just like flying around for a bit, like, bro, where is this man at? And they just look down. It's like, wait, no, no. There's a distinguishable like main character, like character design down there. Yep, it's him. It's him. Just like take us down, and they just picked him up and shit like that. Like that's the only way I see how they found him. And they all like fly over back into like the depths of Mantle, and I see like people made like these giant, fireplaces and shit. Like they just made huge ass fires, and I'm wondering, I'm like, guys, remember like the dust that you had? Like all the dust that was being sold in Mantle? The one that could probably be like flame dust? Could you guys have just used that? Rather than, burning like different parts of buildings and shit? Like, why not have just used the dust, if anything? Plus, a lot of you guys know where the mines are. You probably just would have went down there, grabbed some dust, came back, said, let's light this bitch. So I'm wondering why they just lit like random shit on fire instead of using the dust. Especially the dust that is the fire element. Like, bro, how did you not think of this? And so we get them into the depths, of Mantle, and they head into this building after being called over by, from what it seems, we're working with the Happy Huntresses, Robin's crew. And from there, we get a bit of a moment where it's clear to me that they haven't fucking learned their lesson. Like, no one has. In the fact of, they land in there, that's kind of like ass, like, where's Crow? Even though we all know what happened to his ass. Yeah, man's is up there getting sent to prison. It'll be a shame. It'll be a tragedy. You hate to see it. And it's this moment where we're asked, hey, Oscar, buddy, what happened to you after all that? Like, after talking to Arwen and shit. It's like, oh, that's a long story, bro. You don't want to hear it. It's like, you're not gonna tell them? Actually learn the lesson that, Volume 7 should have taught you, but you didn't. And Oscar just counters this and say, like, nah, we're not done talking yet. Which, Oscar, buddy, I got a level with you. I do. Let me level with you real quick. Just come here. Come here over in the kitchen real quick. I gotta know. What is there to talk about? What is there left to talk about? Like, look at the situation you are in. I have to know. What is there to talk about? Like, literally, like, tell me, what is there to talk about? Cause the final boss, from what I see, the final boss is at your doorstep. She out here chilling now. Like, she got her whole Akatsuki squad here to fuck you up if need be. And she got a literal bitch ton of Grimm out here ready to just, like, tear through everybody. And you are still nowhere near, like, any goal that you guys were trying to reach in the prior volumes. So, please, I have to know. What is there to discuss, though? Because at this point, you're still failing to learn the lesson that Volume 7 should have taught you. Do not withhold shit anymore. You gotta stop doing that. It has gotten you fucked in so many ways. In every way, shape, form, and format. Bro, it's time to stop hiding this shit. Because with this divide, like as the episode is called, bro, you are with the one that laid into Oz the most about hiding shit when his shit was just spilled out by Jin. You're with Yang. Bro, you know what's about to happen to you when she finds out in the fact of you are hiding Oz in your back pocket and you ain't say shit. Do you know what's going to happen? Just, it's now or never before it gets found out in a different way that may not be the best for your liking, bro. Like, it's gonna need to happen. And then we kind of get this moment where the divide slowly starts to creep itself in. When they're kind of trying to figure out what they're going to do. Like, what's their next plan of attack, if you will. And they, like, one end kind of wants to, protect the people in Mantle, get them situated, get them evacuated. Because, they gotta take them to the crater, which isn't 100% safe, but it is warm. And so it's, there's a lot of people there. They'll be able to guard, more than likely, the perimeter and keep everyone safe from Grimm. So they want to finish kind of, what they started back in, I believe, like, episode 10 of Volume 7, where they were trying to evacuate everyone in the first place. RWBY, on this other end, is like, no, like, Atlas is only Salem's first target, right? Bro, we gotta warn the other kingdoms. We gotta warn everybody else. We gotta get Amity up and running again. And then we're kind of gonna have the point of the Great Divide, and we start clashing. Because Yang brings up the fact of like Ruby, we followed your lead on a lot of shit, but it hasn't really worked out. In which, you know what? True. 100% facts. It hasn't worked out in the best of ways. It hasn't. It really hasn't. Wanna know the problem though? Like, cause I gotta give Yang that. I do. But at the same time, I gotta take it away because Yang, remember what you did? In the fact of you went out of your way to then leak confidential information that was something that you were not supposed to leak. You were not supposed to take that info and just spill it out there. That was not for you to do. That was only for probably Ironwood to do if they could get, Robin to cooperate. Which didn't happen. So you just linked that for no reason whatsoever. And on top of that, Robin didn't even stop doing what she was doing. So that's a whole L right there. And that's like one of the things that started that slow burn into you guys becoming fugitives of the law. Right in the moment where you guys decided, yeah, let's go behind Ruby's back, like our whole team's back, and just go ahead and leak this info. Which didn't even pay off in the end. It really did. So we now start to have this divide. And, eventually Jean comes in the middle and says, you know what? Let's go for both. Let's get Amity up and running and evacuate Mantle. That way, two things, we both get them done. We may be divided, but we'll still be united in a way. And that's just kind of the problem. I can't see it as completely united if they're still having the beef at this point. In which, another thing I will say that I'm glad about the divide. It makes characters again, rather than them just being a ship. So, we got the Renora split, and we got the Bumblebee split. Thank you. This gives a great opportunity for characters to be characters. Not just them being like one meshed together blob of a person, a thing. We can actually have them be characters again. So that is a very, very good upside to the split right here. Now we still need to know on which side is really gonna be able to get the most done. Because for RWBY's side, they have to actually get to a terminal to get the clearance from Ironwood. So here's the thing. There's two terminals as we figure out. The one in Ironwood's office and the one in the military compound. Which is kind of funny because either way, I feel like they're still going to have to deal with Ironwood regardless in this fact. So this is going to be an interesting reunion for them to meet back up. So while they're out there trying to work with the terminal, to start working with the signal and shit, we get a phone call. Everyone's like wondering like, wait, what the fuck? What's happening here? Whose phone is that? And it's Penny's. Penny's scroll is ringing, and it's Ironwood. And it's like, when I watched this shit, I was like, are you gonna answer it? Like, I feel like it's a bad idea to answer it, but at the same time, it's like, you could be tracked, so you may as well answer it? And so, like, she answers it in the fact of just like, hello? And it's just like, Ironwood starts talking. It's like, hey, bro, where you at? I could send for you to get picked up, and you'll be brought back to Atlas. However, Ruby decides to step in, and it's like, she ain't going anywhere until you change your mind about Mantle. And then, Ironwood drops the same bars he did, in that trailer. And, proceeds to, like, deliver the best bar out there in the fact of, like, if shit continues to go down in this way, it'll be on Ruby's head. Which is literal facts. Because of her, a lot of the resources got fucked. Because of her, the Aesops are down a leader. Which, bro, speaking of that, let's take it literally a couple notches upward, because we take it to Atlas territory, and we see the Aesops staring down at the corpse of their fallen leader. Damn. I saw this shit, and I'm like, bro, Bro, I feel so bad. Like, Clover, honestly, to me, I don't know how you guys are going to feel about it. Let me know down in the comments. But Clover, to me, was the only Aesop. He was the only true Aesop. Like, he was the only one to really get in there and get shit done. The others may have, like, been out here wanting to flex, but at the end of the day, Clover was the only one out here really getting the job done, because, at least at the end of the day, he won his fight, technically, when he was helping Robin and Crow, like, take out Tyrion. He got his shit done. Other Aesops, they got folded immediately. That they weren't even top tier. Because, honestly, I'll go ahead and say this now. Taking it back to Volume 7 for, like, only a little bit. You know what I would have wanted for that fight? Like, if anyone in the comments below, tell me, let me know, if you guys saw Power Rangers SPD, my grown-up. If you watched Power Rangers SPD, remember that fight, like, when the B squad took on the A squad after, like, they found out they went evil and they had that fight? I was expecting something like that. Like, it was a legitimate fight. In this case, it wasn't shit. That's the kind of thing I was hoping for, but all the Aesops got folded pretty easily. Like, a scripted boss fight set on easy mode, and I was just like, wow. And so, we're looking at the corpse. Everyone's just like, fuck. I can't believe it. Everyone's just mourning the loss of their leader. And then we get, Ironwood and Winter, they're talking about, like, what went down. And Ironwood is just like, I don't know what I would have done without you. I'm really hoping that you recover swiftly. And Winter asks Ironwood, like, bro, what are you going to do? And while she's asking him this, the people from the council kind of barge their way in. They're trying to get through, talk to Ironwood, because they're wondering what the fuck's going on. And right now, Ironwood's kind of not having it. He appeared calm, appeared normal when you look at him, but there was a slight problem. Now, he answers Winter's question, obviously, and saying, you know what, I'll do whatever I can to protect this kingdom, no matter the cost. Normal face. Calm demeanor, mind you. 100%, walking out like a normal day. Shit's not going wrong or anything, but, keep the insanity. Fresh as fuck, nothing going wrong. Just gonna walk outside, look at my normal councilman, and yeah, I'm just gonna happen to pull out this gun and I'm gonna cap him. It went from like, you know what? Instead of sit down, I'm gonna tell your ass to lay down. And that was the craziest shit to me. I didn't even see that coming, but to me, I was looking at some of the comments, like, after, like, watching the episode, and some people actually said, like, in the fact of, they had to do this in order to have some sort of damage control. And saying the fact of, oh, look at that, see? Ironwood is crazy, he is nuts, he is gonna go evil, and the fact of, like, no, he's just done. Like, he's reached a point where he's not about the negotiation anymore. He's not having it. Like, especially after Oscar. Like, that conversation with Oscar was probably, like, literally the last of his patience in trying to negotiate shit with anybody. Like, other than, like, anyone that's, like, close to him. Like, they the homie, like, that close. If you are not that close to him, you're trying to negotiate that shit, damn if he probably pulling out that gun and you getting capped. Because, damn, the man walked outside, said lay down, pulled out the Glock, capped his ass, stood there for a minute, then walked away. Like, you gonna say something next? Nah? Yeah, that's what I thought. And then just, like, walked away, put up the gun, and just kept strutting away. It was wild. Also, I'd be amiss if, I didn't point out the fact of, he's got a new arm. He's packing a new piece right there. It sucks about what happened to his arm, which was some bullshit on Waz's end, because he was like, know what, I'm not going down without fucking up one more, actual limb of yours. Which honestly sucked. I really wish he would have just killed Watts at that point, but as we saw at the end of Volume 7, yeah, that didn't happen. But we are then also, during that point, with Ironwood, we're informed that, the prisoners arrived, being that of, Crow and Robin. So I'm curious on how that's gonna go with them. And the aftermath of like Ironwood shooting like a member of the council was just crazy because like you saw like I forgot everyone's names from the Aesops because I remember Marrow, you know, the monkey dude with the third eye looking thing. I don't remember the names. Like it sucks that I don't because it was like that epic shock factor moment. Like 3 of the Aesop members just watched Ironwood take that shot, and like the amount of shook that they were shooketh to the core at that moment. They're like, what the fuck? Even Harriet looked, she was just like, I can't believe you. Even Winter was like, bro, what happened to you? Like, almost like how you fallen. Like, bro, this wasn't you, but bro, we're now to a point where Ironwood's just done. He's not having it anymore. He's just not having it. Because now he's at a point where he's like, I'm through with the negotiation. Don't be coming up here trying to tell me, what do you think you're doing? What's this I hear about, like, martial law? Nah. He literally just said, I'm at the top now. Ain't no one trying to fuck with me. I dare you to try some shit. That's basically how that went right there. Ironwood's just not having it anymore. But then we kind of take it to one further last look at the villain side, I believe, and the fact of Salem finally sends out the Grim. You know, from that one moment in the trailer, we kind of get that exact same scene. Just, you know, a bit more to it. Just a tiny bit. And Salem saying the fact of, yep, I have questions for you, but I need you to find the one who can show me how. Bring him to me. And then, you know, we kind of lead into the opening, in which, yeah, there's a slight chance, I guess it might be Oscar, in the fact of, like, who she may be looking for, but that would be weird to me in the fact of, like, okay, do you know? Do you know who that is? Because part of me still wants to believe it would definitely be Ironwood, but again, I could be wrong. She would just somehow know. She's just out here chilling, being in the fact of, like, okay, I know it's him. I know he's in that body. I've been trying to fake that I didn't know, but you know what? The fake it's done. I know it's him. Bring me that ass. And that shot in the opening with, like, Salem, like, oh, right over Oscar / Osborn at this point was insane to me. By the way, like, with the opening, because I gotta talk about that new shit, it was pretty good. Pretty good, not gonna lie. Because it kind of showed the fact of, like, this divide, showed the two teams, and kind of showed, like, the evolution of, like, you know, how it started versus how it's going right now with the characters, that sort of thing. And kind of showing the fact of, like, yeah, we've been taking L's all this time, but it was a slight hint of, yeah, we also gotta start fighting back now. We gotta climb ourselves up from here. And I really love that part at the end of the opening that was just, like, kind of, like, happily never again. And it was those brief flashes between, like, everything was all good to everything going dark in a second, like, in that flash. And just showing all the characters' weapons drop, leaving only Ruby's scythe there at the very end. But those are going to do it for my thoughts on this episode. Let me know what you guys thought, because to me, they have not learned a lot. Because honestly, I get it, it's just fresh after Volume 7, like literally, since this is going to be taking place over the course of 2 days. I get it, I understand. My problem is the fact of, while short a time span between, like, then and now was, it's like, bro, you guys should learn now, like, do not be trying to hide shit anymore. Like, there's no point of it, because, like, with Oscar / Osborn, you know, hiding the fact that Oz returned, Oscar shouldn't be hiding the shit. He really shouldn't be. Because it's like, if everything that you've seen and done over the course of Volume 7 has not shown you anything, it's that hiding shit is not the play anymore, dude. It's not. It's really not. There's nothing left to discuss with Osmond. There's really nothing. Now's the time to plan. Because now you've got this giant divide in your group, which I don't even know, like, what. Like, I feel like the side, like, evacuating Mantle is gonna have better luck in the fact of, Team RWBY is going up to go have this reunion with Ironwood, which is going to be insane, because now I don't even know, because it's like, are we going to have a moment, or is Ironwood immediately going to shoot them on sight? So that's going to be the crazy part about it. Like, yeah, let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Like, what are your thoughts on this team divide? What are your thoughts on, us finally getting the ships divided, finally, and we can have them going back to being characters instead of ship material? I don't care that you guys hate the fact of, like, I'm bagging on the ships. Just to me, the ships have kind of been, blocking a bit of the story and interrupting where they really shouldn't be. That's just my opinion on that. You guys can differ. We're different people. Like, we're gonna have our opinions. It's gonna happen that way. Let me know what you guys also think about, the new drip on, Mercury, Emerald, and the disrespected Hazel. Bro, you should have just left him alone, in my opinion. You should have just left it as is. Let me know what you guys think on, the whole asset line being dropped upon Neo, which, to me, it really shouldn't even be that big a fucking deal. It really shouldn't. And let me know what you guys think is gonna happen with, them trying to go up and meet with Ironwood and shit, because we know it's eventually going to happen. Like, in their pursuit of trying to get, the Amity Tower up and running to become the Global Communications Tower. So, how do you guys think, both teams are going to do? Who do you think is going to get more done by the end of this, like, 48 hours? Or do you think, like, they're going to meet back up? What do you guys think is going to happen to Crow going forward? Let me know your overall thoughts on the episode down in the comments below. If you enjoyed today's video, definitely leave a like and subscribe if you have not already, and definitely turn on notifications. Help out that algorithm that way you'll definitely be seeing whenever I post a video. And if you want more updates on the channel when the video ends, go ahead and follow me over at Twitter at xmonarch1. And if you want to catch me gaming live in real time, definitely stay tuned on the channel. I'm definitely live streaming on YouTube a lot more now, and over on Twitch as well simultaneously. So if you're not really a fan of seeing like the streams over on YouTube, which I can totally understand, you can just, take a stroll over to Twitch and check me out over there. So don't forget to follow me over on Twitch as well. And I'll be leaving a link to both my Twitter and Twitch in the description below. So until next time, guys, I've been the Monarch, and I'll be seeing you later.